Hello everyone, welcome to Lukmaan IAS. This is DTRS session, Daily Takkar Rapid Series. What we are doing daily in this lecture series, daily we are discussing 10 quality MCQs based on current affairs. So this is class 207 and we will discuss 10 MCQs based on the current affairs of 14th March 2024. And the lead topic for today is digital arrest. This term was in news recently and we'll talk about the first MCQ based on this topic and the other 9 MCQs on other 9 different topics. But before that, there is one small announcement. Yes, as we are moving towards PT 2024 preparation, 26th of May, the D-Day. ठीक है, तो yes, of course, we must be solving several section-wise tests, subject-wise tests, we can say, in the month of March now. And by the March end, we expect कि आपका section-wise test complete हो जाएगा, subject-wise test जो है. And in April and May you will be giving full length test. But before that there can be a fast track revision, marathon sessions that we are going to have at Lukmaan IAS for 10 days. Daily there will be discussion of one section or one subject for 9 hours by the faculty, and 200 practice MCQs at the end of each session will be provided to you. These MCQs are quality MCQs and this will be a very good practice to overcome the fear factor for any particular subject that you have. And thereafter we are ready to attempt all India mock test and full length mock test for our prelims examination. And the fee for this program is very nominal, 1100. Along with that, the current affairs of 1 year will be divided in 2 sessions, 6 months, 6 months. So thorough coverage of current affairs will be there. So if you want to join this, which is available in offline as well as live at Delhi Center as well as live at different regional centers, Ahmedabad, Hyderabad and Pune also. If you want to join, so inquire at Lukmaan IAS and you can also join it by visiting Lukmaan IAS website also. Also, yes, 16th of March 2024, tomorrow we are going to have the interactive session in Hyderabad. Okay, those who are preparing from Hyderabad for this examination or those graduates who are interested to, let's say, aspire for this examination and become IAS officer, so but they are not knowing about how to start the preparation, especially during the graduation time period, what should be the strategy that they should adopt for 3 years of graduation. So all these things will be discussed by me in that session, morning 10 a.m. Hyderabad IAS Academy. This is the we can say address of venue, we can say. Okay, so yes, I'm eager to meet all of you. Now daily we are discussing one quotation also, which is helping us to prepare for our mains examination papers like essay and ethics. So today's quotation is, weakness of attitude becomes weakness of character. Two important key terms mentioned in the quotation and they are related to ethics subject. We can say attitude. Attitude is basically the predisposition that people are having towards any particular subject, or we can say person or the situation, right? So this predisposition can be positive or negative or neutral, right? So basically the attitude, weakness of attitude he is talking, Albert Einstein here. Weakness मतलब कहीं ना कहीं एक negative attitude है. Okay, negative attitude becomes weakness of character. So that means weak character here. So how it happens? Yes, we know that attitude leads to behavior or conduct of the human, and this behavior, when it is, we can say, observed by the people, or we can say that when there is a negative attitude, there can be negative behavior, wrong behavior, unethical behavior. Okay, and this basically characterizes the character of the person, right? This characterizes like weakness of attitude. The person is having, let's say, attitude or habit of lying, okay, or we can say breach of trust. Okay, there can be attitude like this, or we can say that the negative attitude, pessimistic attitude the people are having. This shows the weakness of character because overall conduct and behavior of the person is reflected. What is character? Basically it is the inner self that is reflected through the conduct or behavior of the people. ठीक है, तो automatically the negative attitude is reflecting into negative behavior most of the time, we can say, and that is leading to a reflection of weak character. Fine. So this in this way we can discuss this particular quotation. Now let's talk about the 10 topics of the day and the 10 MCQs based on them. These are the topics. Let's go in detail one by one. Okay. So recently seen in news, the term digital arrest refers to. The term based questions are generally asked, especially we can see that science and technology or other, let's say, subjects like environment, economy also, they're asking the term based questions, right? Digital arrest was in news recently because such kind of cyber crimes or cyber frauds are being done, especially the emerging, we can say, kind of cyber crime. It is a type of cyber crime where fraudsters impersonate law enforcement officials and deceive their targets into believing that their identity documents have been used for criminal activities. जैसे अभी दिल्ली में एक केस हुआ था जिसमें कुछ फ्रॉडस्टर्स ने they had impersonated the law enforcement agencies like Enforcement Directorate and CBI, and let's say one of the women was the target, and she, let's say, got trapped into this particular fraud, and she lost so many lakhs of rupees. ठीक है, तो what they are doing, they are let's say saying that आपका जो सिम कार्ड है वो यूज किया गया था किसी के लिए, कोई एक पर्सन को let's say मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग के लिए, इस तरीके से, एंड देन दे स्टार्ट इन्वेस्टिगेटिंग ओवर द वीडियो कॉल. ठीक है, दे आर नॉट मीटिंग पर्सनली, वीडियो कॉल या इस तरीके से बात करता है. And of course they must be, let's say, having some fake IDs or uniforms and all. They basically threaten the other person, and let's say they are extracting some kind of money. ठीक है, तो ये वाला जो है नया टाइप का फ्रॉड आया हुआ है. ठीक है, डिजिटल अरेस्ट जिसको बोल रहे हैं. Fine. So we should be also aware about such kind of frauds that are happening, and immediately we should report if there is any such case happening with you or your near and dear ones. Okay, so D is the correct answer here. Now moving on, look at this. Noida woman put under digital arrest duped of 11 lakh rupees. Now, India's thorium reserves are found in how many of the above mentioned states? Okay, uranium, thorium. Last to last year, continuously they asked two questions. Okay, now what about this one? Thorium reserves in India are all over India's coastal areas. इतना ही पता होता है most of the students के लिए. But are you aware that there are also deposits inland in some of the river basins also, we can say. ठीक है, like for example West Bengal is there, Jharkhand is there. So Damodar River is there in West Bengal also, Damodar River, let's say, its basin. So there are also thorium reserves in river basins. And these are the coastal areas. We know about the Kerala. So all of this is correct answer. We may get confused but because of limited information. ठीक है, तो D is the correct answer here. Fine. Okay. Moving on. Yes, Global Methane Tracker report. Yes, report related questions you can see. This has been the tendency to ask question by UPSC, international bodies के reports जो होते हैं, publications होता है. So this is the annual publication of International Energy Agency. ठीक है, Global Methane Tracker report. And this year's report has highlighted the emergency conditions. We can say that energy sector around the world itself is 1/3 contributor of methane emissions in the world. Now, methane is a potent greenhouse gas. We are aware about that. And along with that, yes, methane, in terms of, let's say, the report also highlights that if we want to achieve the Paris Agreement targets that we have set up to limit our global warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius by the end of this century, then we have to reduce 75% of methane emissions by 2030. This is the stark warning given by the report. ठीक है, तो ऐसा कुछ डेटा फैक्ट्स आपको याद रखने हैं. ठीक है, मेंस के लिए. Now C is the correct answer for this one. What about this? Artificial Intelligence Act. This law was enacted by European Union. क्या है इसका आंसर? यूरोपियन यूनियन. दिस इज वर्ल्ड्स फर्स्ट सच कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव लॉ रेगुलेटिंग द यूज ऑफ AI टेक्नोलॉजीज. You can see that most of the progressive regulations comes from EU, European Union. ठीक है, तो A is the correct answer here in this case, right? Moving on. Yes, Central Vigilance Commission was in news recently, and that's why the question. The basics that you should know about the Central Vigilance Commission. This was formed as an executive body in 1964, but later on in 2003, it was given statutory status on the recommendation of Santhanam Committee. ठीक है, तो संतनाम कमिटी had recommended to make it statutory. Then thereafter, then 2003 CVC Act was passed, and it is given statutory status. Now about the CVC, Central Vigilance Commissioner plus not more than 2 Vigilance Commissioner as a part of composition. And if you talk about the tenure, it is 4 years or at the age of 65 years, whichever is earliest, we can say completed earliest. So few things that you should know about this. Some about powers and functions. ये तो सही है पहला, संतनाम कमिटी. CBC exercises superintendence over functioning of CBI in the matters related to Prevention of Corruption Act 1988. करप्शन रिलेटेड चार्जेस जब CBI इन्वेस्टिगेट करता है तो CBC उसको जो है मॉनिटर करता है. Okay, then Lokpal Act 2013 empowers CBC to conduct preliminary inquiry into complaints referred by Lokpal with respect to officers. That is public officers, we can say public officials. So this one is also correct. All 3 statements are correct regarding CBC here. Okay, fine. Moving on. Yes, regarding this statutory body, National Commission for Protection of Child Right. This particular statutory body was set up under the Commission for Protection of Child Rights Act 2005. This body was set up in 2007, and at state level also there are state commissions for we can say protection of child rights. At central level there is a national commission. So it is a statutory body established by juvenile justice. This is incorrect. It is set up through this act. Yes, the commission works under the aegis of Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. Now this is again incorrect. Why? Because it is not under the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, rather Ministry of Women and Children. Women and Children. ठीक है, तो this is incorrect. The commission consists of chairperson and 6 members, of which at least half should be women. At least half नहीं है, at least 2 members should be women. Again, this one is incorrect. So how many of them are correct? None of them are correct here. ठीक है, D is the correct answer. Fine. Okay. What about this one? Yes, this particular volcano, the Hindu newspaper photograph जब आता है, मैपिंग सेक्शन, वर्ल्ड मैपिंग के रिगार्डिंग हमें ये सारा कवर करना चाहिए. Popocatépetl volcano recently seen in the news in media is located in which of the following countries? This is located in Mexico. Okay, this is located in Mexico, volcano. B is the correct answer. Fine. ये देखिए यहाँ पर लोकेशन है इसका, and this was basically just outside the Mexico city, and thick plumes of volcanic ash were, let's say, spewed into the sky recently. ठीक है, तो इसलिए न्यूज में है. What about this one? International Day of Mathematics. It is celebrated every year on the birth anniversary of scientist Albert Einstein for his contribution in the field of maths. Now we know that he contributed largely in science, right? Physics. Maths में इतना contribution नहीं है. Although the birth anniversary falls on 14th March, as well as this day is celebrated on 14th March. But this is not the reason, so that's why it becomes incorrect. It is declared by United Nations, UNESCO. No, again, there is an international body of mathematics. ठीक है, तो UNESCO in collaboration. ठीक है, so basically it is, let me tell you exactly. Yes, so it is organized by International Mathematical Union, IMU, in collaboration with UNESCO and other organizations. So this is incorrect. International Mathematical Union. The theme for International Day of Mathematics is value of maths nowadays. No, this is not correct. Rather, the theme for this year is प्लेइंग विथ मैथ, ठीक है, प्लेइंग विथ मैथ्स, this is the theme. So this one is incorrect. So all three are incorrect statements. So we can say that again D is the correct answer. Okay, D is the correct answer. All right. Now recently the UNDP, United Nations Development Program, has released the annual publication of Human Development Index and Human Development Report for 2022, and India has climbed up the rank to 135. Earlier it was 134. ठीक है, तो इसलिए ये न्यूज में देर आर 3 पैरामीटर्स वी कैन से और इंडिकेटर्स: लाइफ एक्सपेक्टेंसी एट बर्थ, ग्रॉस नेशनल इनकम पर वी कैन से कैपिटा, एंड एक्सपेक्टेड ईयर्स ऑफ स्कूलिंग. ये परचेसिंग पावर पैरिटी ये नहीं है, ठीक है, ओनली 3. वी नो दैट बेसिकली देर आर 3. सो दिस इज द करेक्ट आंसर, सी, यूएनडीपी. ठीक है, सो पार्डन मी, 134 हुआ है, 135 था पहले. इसमें दिया हुआ है क्या? यस, इट वाज 135 इन 2021 एंड एक से इंप्रूव हुआ है, 134 हुआ है. पार्डन मी. ठीक है, ओके, मूविंग ऑन. यस, द लास्ट क्वेश्चन फॉर टुडे is match the following land corridors in the news connected countries. Now recently this Darien Gap was in news because of illegal migrants crossing this particular narrow land strip connecting, we can say, Central America to South America. So basically it is connecting Colombia of South America to Panama. That Panama isthmus is there. वहां पर ये डैरियन गैप है, वहां पर कोई इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर कुछ नहीं है, वहां पर डेंसली फॉरेस्टेड एरिया, एंड देयर आर मेनी डेथ्स हैपनिंग बिकॉज ऑफ द इलीगल माइग्रेंट्स. There are so many antisocial elements and gangsters living in that particular region. So law and order issue is also there. That's why it was in news. ठीक है, तो फर्स्ट वन इज करेक्टली मैच्ड. सुवाल्की गैप, तो सुवाल्की गैप कहां पर है? रशिया यूक्रेन लिखा हुआ है. सो रशिया यूक्रेन नहीं है, सुवाल्की गैप कहां पर है? सो इंटरनेशनल डेवलपमेंट से, मैपिंग सेक्शन से हर साल क्वेश्चन आता है. ठीक है, दिस सुवाल्की गैप इज बिटवीन पोलैंड एंड लिथुआनिया. ठीक है, पोलैंड एंड लिथुआनिया. तो रशिया के नेबरिंग जहां जहां पर कॉन्फ्लिक्ट चल रहा है ना, वहां पे ये सारे लोकेशंस याद रखिए. हर साल यूपीएससी वो क्वेश्चन पूछ रहा है. ठीक है, सो दिस इज इनकरेक्ट. जंगेजूर, ठीक है, जंगेजूर कॉरिडोर वी आर अवेयर अबाउट दिस. दिस इज बिटवीन आर्मेनिया एंड अजरबैजान. सो नागोर्नो काराबाख लास्ट ईयर क्वेश्चन वाज देयर. ठीक है, Armenia, Azerbaijan. So these two are incorrect. First one is correct. So only one is correctly matched here. Right? These are the 10 MCQs for today. Now, there is one small announcement again. Right? So those who are watching this video join later. So for them, this is the announcement that from the 1st April to 10th April, there will be PT24 marathon classes at Lukmaan IAS. And it will be starting with S. Ansari sir, polity section on the first day. Every day there will be one section covered, one subject covered for 9 hours. There will be continuous classes. Of course, there will be small breaks for lunch and we can say tea break. And in the end of the session, 200 practice MCQs will be there given for practice purpose of each subject. Along with that, some additional features that you should know. It is available offline as well as live in Delhi, as well as live at different regional centers of Lukmaan IAS in Ahmedabad, Hyderabad as well as Pune. The fee is very nominal, and before attempting full length mock tests in April and May month, this is going to be a very good revision. आपके कोई भी doubts वगैरह होते हैं तो वो आपके क्लास में ही आप पूछ के solve कर सकते हैं. ठीक है, so you can join this batch by calling at Lukmaan IAS or visiting the Lukmaan IAS website itself. ठीक है, okay. Any question? All right, fine. Okay, let us stop.